boys. What you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. Or what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you?
And it's on. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Bad Boys Live, the first episode of many episodes to come, where we're speaking your truth through ours, sharing what we've overcome to help lead you towards financial, emotional, and spiritual freedom so you can live a happy and purposeful life. My name is Alex. I go by ThatMan, the flipper formerly known as ThatMan. And this is my buddy over here. I'm going to let him introduce himself. What's up, man?
What's up, everybody? I'm Oscar el Cubanaso. Welcome to the Bad Boys Sunday night. We changed now to 9 p.m. Sunday night. We figured this would be a little bit better. Ending the week. Hope everybody's had a great week so far.
All right, there you go. So I want to ask y'all a favor. Please take a moment, share this on your Facebook, on your Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, wherever you want. You can make a TikTok and dance to it if you want. But share this so we can reach as many people as possible. And basically, you know, our experiences are the one thing that no one can take away from us, but we can freely and generously give to anyone at any time. You know, we believe that everyone's experiences in life are gifts given to us so that we can give to others. So in the future, we'll be having guests come and sharing their experiences of overcoming in hopes that they can impact someone else's life and in the same way find some sort of peace and understanding in their own stories. So if you're somebody out there that has a story and you want to share it, reach out to us, email me, hit me up on Facebook, leave a comment in this comment section, and we'll reach out to you and we'll set something up so we can get to know your story, because your story is just as important as anybody else's, and it could help save somebody's life. It could help change somebody's perspective. It can really help somebody get through whatever it is they're got to get through. So definitely be looking out for that. And first episode, I figured we just stick to the basics, right? Like I said, we're here to help you grow financially, emotionally, and spiritually. And I think, being that it's the first episode, I think it's a good idea to touch on taking that first step, right? That first step, and I don't mean like just in like a recovery sense or anything, because as you know, me and Oscar were, well, at least me, I'm a recovering drug addict. I have 6 years clean and sober from drugs and alcohol, and it's really been a blessing to me. I've learned a lot in my recovery about myself and about others and how the mind works, how the body works. And recently, I just celebrated the 6-year anniversary, and I realized I wasn't really all that sober, right? Yeah, I hadn't touched a drug or drank a drink, but I still felt that hopelessness and that miserable feeling, that loneliness feeling. So, and it was because of my weight. It was because of my eating habits. I realized that my obsession just moved on over to food. That's all it was. So I decided to take action on that. In the past 3.5, almost 4 months, I've lost almost 100 pounds in body fat. I just recently started walking. So definitely follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. I share it on my stories, where I just talk and show y'all that I'm doing it to hopefully inspire, motivate some of y'all to do the same. So welcome. And that's my story. Oscar, why don't you tell somebody your story? That way they get to know the Bad Boys and where we're from and what we've overcome in life and how we got to where we're at.
My story? We don't have enough time for my story. But I come from a similar walk as Alex. I too am a recovering addict. I am going on 8 years this August. And we
salud, baby. Salud.
The whole point of I guess what we want here is we want this message to get out to somebody who may be struggling, suffering, in hopes that it reaches that person, that they can build enough confidence and courage, to actually reach out. There's multiple ways, that you can find help. And then it doesn't not just have to be with drugs, alcohol. There's a million types of addictions, that people deal with on a daily basis. But I guess the whole point is for this message to get out someone that needs to hear it, right? That they're not alone. And this is why we share our experiences, because our experiences, whether we not may directly relate, I'm sure that at some point somebody will be able to reflect or see the similarities in a similar experience that they've experienced in the past. So if you know anybody that's suffering from any type of addiction, just let them know that there's help out there. There's places that they can go, and then they're not alone.
Yeah, and I wanna add on to that, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're an addict or not. If you're suffering from drug addiction, alcoholism, food addiction, exercise addiction, watching TV addiction, gaming addiction, it's not about addiction. At the end of the day, we're all human. We suffer from human, disease, dude. Like, we're all human. We experience things. We have emotions, and that's what we relate on, the emotions and the mentality about how we see things. So at the end of the day, this show is about helping anyone, whether you're a business person, whether you're a student at college, whether you're a fast food worker. It doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, how old you are. Somehow, some way, if you really listen with open ears and open mind and an open heart, you might get something from what we speak about that can help you in the future, that you can reach in and be like, oh, I remember that. Oh man, I don't want to go through that. Because at the end of the day, the difference between a smart man and a wise man, from what I've been told, is that a smart man learns from his mistakes, where a wise man learns from the smart man's mistakes. And I can tell you right now, me and Oscar, we're some smart folks. We're some smart folks. And we have a little bit of wisdom too, right? But that's what we're here to share. We're here to share our experiences, give you an opportunity to share your experiences, so that we can all figure out this thing called life together, right? Because that's what it's about. It's about
And
being
that's the point right there. It's all about growing mentally, spiritually. It's being a better person tomorrow than you were today. You know what I mean? And that continues every day to one up yourself. You know what I mean? And that just doesn't. It's not just spiritually. Maybe professionally. That's what it's about. So again, I'm not a guru, right? I don't have all the answers. But if I can guarantee you that if anybody were to reach out to me with the problem, if I don't have the answer, I know that I can find the answer. You know what I mean? Because I also have friends who may have the answer. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about, because this is a community.
Yep. And we're all working on finishing up a website where we're gonna include the whole community and have everybody come in, to where you can go and look for experiences and read other people's stories and be a part of their lives, and also invite them into yours, so that you can grow as an individual. So I want to give a shout out to people, because we've been on already for 10 minutes and I haven't officially said hi to anybody. So what is up, Ed? And he's saying hi to Mookie, and right on top of him is the ever so beautiful Mookie to the Pookie. What's up, Mookie? Good to see you. Darlene. What's up, Darlene? And we got Nick Pick Thrift. What's up, Nicky? It's good to see you. We got Serenity Journey here. That's James right there. What's up, man? Boatman. Name so nice, you got to say it twice. Denise Vulture, the dumpster diver. I don't know. That sounds like a show. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like you to watch that show and like sit on the edge of your seat waiting for like some crazy, climactic situation. I don't know. You got Black Widow. What's up, Betty? Hey, and everybody, at the end of the show, we're gonna open up like a little Q&A portion. So whatever we end up talking about in the show, we want to involve y'all, and we want y'all to be a part of the discussion. So we're gonna ask for your questions, or what you got out of the show, what resonated with you, and we'll be able to talk about those things. And who else we got? We got Darlene. What's up, Darlene? You got Never Done Thrifting. That's my coach, y'all. That's my coach right there. Sensei. Arigato. There you go.
He said, I'm not eating any more Little Caesars in Japanese.
That's exact, dude. Yeah, I've been teaching you Japanese. You got Julie, Julie's heart. What's up, Julie? How you doing? You got Lisa. What is up, boss lady? I'm here. Don't worry. Present. You can. I clocked in. You got Chris over there on Facebook. What's up, Chris? Always showing love, man. Another health enthusiast right there. You got Douglas. Douglas was actually here first yesterday. He was here yesterday. He's been waiting since yesterday in the chat, and he's been by himself. I'm sorry, Douglas. I tried my best to join you, man. And then you got my little ninja right here. What's up, Rebecca? Rebecca's doing her thing, changing her life. She says, "Thank you, Alex. If it weren't for you, I would not be where I am today." God bless you, Rebecca. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have had the motivation and inspiration to keep doing what I'm doing and reaching out and trying to help as many people as possible. Thank you for keeping my fire lit, for real. I made it a point today. So let's just talk, right? So I made it a point today to where I realized, hold on, I got this question right here. Yo, what's up, Frontier Flipper? Question: who has the longest beard? For sure, for sure, Oscar. Oscar, I trim mine. I keep mine groomed. You know what I'm saying? I try to line it up. I try to fade the little part right here.
I shaved yesterday.
Yeah. Oscar says he shaved yesterday and he has 10 feet of hair on his face.
Saw that Pantene Pro V.
Yo, so like some I've recognized, especially in the past month, that weighed heavy on me was the relationships I have with people that I've known for a very long time, right? When it comes to recovery, especially, you learn, about making amends. You learn about building relationships and keeping relationships and nurturing relationships, right? Well, no one's perfect, and recovery isn't something that you just do and that's it, you're done, right? It's something that you continuously grow and you continuously, put a little too much attention over here. So now this thing needs more attention. So you're continuously finding balance. Well, I realized, and it weighed heavy on my heart, there's people in my life that I love dearly that I haven't been in as much communication with because I'm so focused and dedicated. And those are my excuses, right? Those are my justifications. I'm busy. I'm trying to build something. I'm trying to change the world. And so I tell myself that to deceive myself so that I can feel better about the fact that I'm not reaching out to the people I love the most and seeing how they're doing. So today was the first day where I said, you know what? I'm going to start reaching out to people who, one, show me support, because those are the ones that are, in my life currently. And I want them to know personally how much I appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? And start building real, authentic, like genuine, strong relationships with people. You get me? So today I started just messaging people randomly, like voice notes. You know what I'm saying? On Facebook Messenger. So if you got one of those messages from me, all right, know that I was dead serious. I had you on my heart. I want to build a relationship with you. I want to be your friend, and I want it to be meaningful. All right. And I'm here for you no matter what. If you ever need anything, you reach out to me and I'll do whatever I can to help you. If I can't directly help you myself, I will find a way to help you, because that's who I am and that's what I want to do. So I love y'all. So that's something that I've recognized, right, about my recent, my past week that I could improve on my life is my relationships with people, man. Not just because how many friends you got on Facebook? Well, I don't know about you, but you know what I'm saying? In general, everyone in the chat, how many friends do you have on Facebook? Right? Now, out of all those friends that you have on Facebook, how many of those friends have you talked to in the past month? No, I was going to say a week, but in the past month, how many of those 150 or 500 or 1,000 friends that you have on Facebook have you actually spoken to in the past month? How many of those friends do you actually know anything about? Because I can tell you right now, I have, 800 friends on Facebook, but I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know them. I know of them. I've seen them. I obviously accepted their friend request or they accepted mine. We have something in common. But do I know them? No. Do I want to know them? Of course. Right? Of course. So how about you, Oscar? How many Facebook friends are you currently in,
I have no idea. I went into my Facebook and I saw a bunch of friend requests and I accepted like a couple, but I'm not always on social media. You know what I mean? But you do make a good point, though. You know, it's the importance of strengthening interpersonal relationships. You know what I mean? That's something that I think a lot of people take for granted. You know what I mean? You have relationships with friends, and then you got people that don't necessarily may not know that or consider them a friend. But you know what I mean? You do share something in common, and then so I see a lot of people that they put that chain thing. You know what I mean? It's a message. I have all of these friends. I've seen it on Facebook. I have all of these friends, but nobody talks to me. Say something hello to me or something like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like what you did. You actually reached out to some of your friends, actually create a relationship with some of the people you consider your friends. And that's cool. At the same time, I think it's also to reinforce the existing relationships, which is something that I actually had the opportunity to do today, which was amazing. You know what I mean? A good friend of mine, Pete and Chris, you know what I mean? That we've been, friends for a while. I actually had the opportunity to go up to where they live and spend the whole day with them together. And, it was amazing. I had
I'm
a
so
good
jelly.
time. Yeah, dude, it was.
I'm peanut butter and jelly about that one.
It was awesome. You know what I mean? It was great. You know what I mean? Now, and at the same time, we it's like it's this time it's not on the phone, or if it's not on a stream yard. You know what I mean? We were actually there together. And that was great. So I had the opportunity to do that today, and that was the highlight of my day.
Yeah, man. Pete is good people. He's one of the knights of the round table, man. I'm dying to meet Pete. We met Pete when you and me had that garage sale in Miami at my uncle's, where we had the parrot. We did the barbecue. We tried selling hot dogs. We ended up eating all the hot dogs.
Yeah, you put the snake in the toys where the kids are, kids' toys.
Yeah, and I said, and it was a free toy for every kid and a petting zoo. $1 per picture with the pets, and the pet was a snake. Those are good times. But that's how we met Pete. It was funny. I was like, you know what? Anybody want to buy any of this stuff? And that was before I even knew about like auctions, or I don't even remember knowing about auctions or anything like that. So I just put up some shoes and I sold them to Pete. And so I met with his son, who so happened to live in Miami.
Which I got to meet him today.
You got to meet him today too. And I met with him, gave him the shoes, and then Pete ended up being on our old show, The Bad Boys of Reselling, because he's an entrepreneur. If there's anybody, if you tell me, hey Alex, who do you know in your life that's very good with business and has a very good is very business minded and knows what he's talking about, and that you would take advice from, Pete would be in my top 5 people. Pete would be in my top 5 people, straight up.
No, for sure. Pete would be my top 1.
Yeah, he's up there, dude. He's up there, straight up. Like I can't just picture just one person on top, like, because at the end of the day, you learn something from everybody, right?
No, it's true.
You learn something from everybody. So, but with Pete, man, and he'll tell you, bro. He'll break everything down for you. Like, this is where you start. This is what you do next. This is how you keep it going, and this is where it's going to end up. And like, boom, 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 boom. And if you don't have a pen and paper with you, don't worry. He'll call you a week from now, and he'll tell you again. He'll tell you again. So I saw a lot of answers. Mookie says that her friends are nuts. My friends are nuts too. I saw a lot of answers. Never Done Thrifting said she has about 150 people that she's spoken to in the last month. That's actually a lot. That's a lot.
Let me check.
Ed says half, and I believe that because Ed sends me messages on Instagram almost every single day. He sends me like a little motivational quote, something inspirational, something that makes me think. What was the one he sent me? which was awesome. I'm gonna read that one. Hold on. Let me show you what Ed sent me. But you know what? Relationships, it's all about what you put in, you know? So
Balances. It's about withdrawing what you deposit.
yeah. He sends me this. It says it's like a spray painting on the wall, and it says the problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. And I went through that with somebody today, this week. I was talking to them about, they were going off about some problems that they were going through in their life. And I'm listening, and all I hear is problem, 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 right? But what I'm thinking is solution, 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 solution. So, and I had to let them know, look, hey, I'm sorry, but your attitude towards the situation is wrong. Your perspective needs to change. Like, stop focusing on the problem, focus on the solution. And that's something that I learned from Oscar. I've heard Oscar say it, and it sticks with me. So, focusing on the solution, there's no point in focusing on the problem, people. You're going to have a problem. Always. There's always going to be a problem. You wake up in the morning, there's most likely instant problems that hit your face, right? So, right, like, people have lives, people have kids, people go to work, people, there's traffic, there's all these different problems. But there, when we focus on that, that's what we're inviting into our energy. You know what I'm saying? So you got to focus on a solution. What's the solution?
At the end of the day, what you're doing is you're just adding to that problem. You know what I mean? You're not going to resolve anything by staying focused on what the problem is, and then looking at why you had the problem. All of that, it's a waste of time. Instead, figure out how to solve the problem. You know what I mean? And I can get nasty, and I can say it's like people that focus on the problem instead of the solution, they're being mediocre. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's mediocrity.
You're being mediocre. I mean, you're not trying to solve anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what? That's something that we go through, man. Like, I could give you an experience of mine. Like, I remember being mediocre as hell, right? I remember always constantly focusing on the problems that were in my life. I remember, waking up in the morning, and my main problem was I needed drugs, right? But guess what? I was a drug addict. So my focus was on the solution all the time, right? I'm going to go get drugs. So I always imagine putting that energy into something positive, right? So I've always been somebody who would find a solution to something. I just always used it in the wrong things. So that's another subject right there. Putting your focus on the right things and solving the right problems, all right? Because in reality, the day of today, my problems that I have are a blessing to me, like, compared to the problems I had in the past. My problems now are like, seriously, like, that's a problem? That's not a problem, right? But it can become overwhelming if I focus on just the problem and I allow that problem to just dwell. Focus on a solution, right? Nikki says she needed to hear that. Good, good. Share this, Nikki. Tell your people to come here and listen, right? And be a part of this and join this discussion.
It's all about perspective. Got to think outside the box. How the best prepare for the worst. In other words, I have about 5 paths to choose if one gets blocked. Proactive.
Hold on, who wrote that? Okay, I'm gonna get to that now. Storage auction pirate, Mike. Hey, Mike, you see Never Done Thrifting right there? That's Jen. All right, she sent you a Facebook request. She's your friend now. Accept that Facebook request, homie. All right. Be part of the so that's true what he says. Some people have a problem for every solution, and that's the point. That's the point. A lot of us have, right? Like, I'm pretty sure everybody in the chat can raise their hand and be like, that was me at one time. That was me at one time where I had a problem for every solution, where I flipped things around. Instead of making things better, I made things worse. Like, everybody can raise their hand on that one, right? Ed said, be part of the solution, not part of the problem. That's the truth.
That's one thing, and I even learned this at work from my boss. Said every time that you come to him, he told me and he wasn't telling me because I was coming to with the problem. He was telling me his experience. He was sharing with me his experience that he was going into a meeting and where he was talking about how there was an issue that was going to be discussed at the meeting. And when he starts to explain what the problem was in order to find a solution, but didn't offer a solution, his boss had told him every time that you walk into a meeting with a problem and you don't have a solution to that problem or are working towards a solution to that problem, you are part of that problem. And that's one thing that stuck with me.
That's the truth, dude. That is the
And
truth.
that's it. And I
That's
apply
the
it.
truth.
And I apply it. I work. You know what I mean? If there's a problem, we're discussing this, I make sure that I have a solution, or at least I'm working towards finding a solution. Because if not, it's true, I'm being mediocre.
That's true, man. Mediocrity, man. Never Done Thrifting says they are living in the drama triangle. For those who don't know, the drama triangle is the victim, the the aggressor, or the one who is victimizing the victim, right? And you have the hero. That's the drama triangle. So we'll talk about that another day. I actually got to read up on that a little bit more before I can say anything about it. Maybe I'll get Jen to jump on with me one of these nights live, all right, and talk about the drama triangle, yo, right? Wicca. She says all about perspective. Got to think outside the box. How for the best, prepare for the worst. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. In other words, I have about 5 paths to choose if one gets blocked. Proactive. Woo! That's some deep stuff right there. You're gonna have to grow a beard and join us. Grow a beard, become one of the bad boys. Victim, hero, villain. There you go. There you go. Victim, hero, villain. Let's see what Mike says about Mother Teresa. Mike says Mother Teresa was once asked why she wouldn't attend an anti-war rally. Her response: "When you hold a pro-peace rally, I'll be first in line." Woo! That all about putting your energy into the right things, right? Like, I'm not gonna spend my time protesting a war, but I'll go and cheer on some peace, Like, that's what you invite into your life. Mother Teresa, amazing. Amazing. So many quotes that you can quote her, man. She was amazing. Pirate says that statement changed his life and his thought process. Let's see what Frontier says. I see your 10x cup, bro. Grant Cardone is a beast. You know it. He learned everything he knows from us. Show him the hat. Show him the hat. Grant Cardone, baby. 10x life. One of these days, we will have Grant Cardone on this show, and one of these days, I will speak at one of his events.
They actually called me from his office. I'm not even kidding.
Never Done Thrifting wants us to shave the beard. That's beard on beard violence. No, we don't condone that. Instead of being at Shave the Beard rallies, I would rather be at Save the Beard rallies. Let me know when you want to have that, and we'll do that. Save the beard.
A pro beard rally.
Save the beard. Well, I see Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike, what's up, man? Happy hour with the bad boys. You know it. Salute. Cheers. All right. So, I mean, that's what it is, right? That's what it is. Wicca says she got a bachelor's in psychology. It's that 60,000 degree at work. So, yeah, Nikki says don't forget to hit the like. Yes, don't forget to hit the like. All right. And if you can, we really appreciate you sharing this on your social media platforms. There's a little share button somewhere down here. Okay. Just hit that. It takes 5 seconds. It supports us and it spreads the message. We're trying to help people. We're not just, here talking for our own good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it is for our own good, right? But it's for everyone's good. We're trying to do this. And again, I'll reiterate like in the beginning, if you want to share your story, if you have a story to share, which every single person does, there's not a single person in this chat that can tell me, well, I don't really have a story. I want you the most. I want you more than anyone else to come on here. The one thinking, I don't really have a story. You have a story. You just don't know it yet. And I want you to come here and share it because more than anything, it's going to help you understand you better and it's going to help someone else, believe it or not. Somebody's going to relate to you and somebody's going to take something from it and it's going to benefit them. So definitely hit us up, all right? Let's get into a little question Q&A portion. Look, I even did this thing right here. Look. I even did this. Look. Q&A time. What did you get from this life? We're only halfway through. No, but seriously, y'all got any questions, any thoughts, anything you guys want to talk about? Because I initially was talking about that first step, taking that first step, overcoming that fear.
I want to say something about that whole thing about telling your story, right? So,
go ahead.
Because I see the comment that never done thrifting. Everyone has a story. Those who don't think they do, it's very deep in their soul, but it's there, and it has to do with the reason why it's buried so deep in their soul, right? A lot of people don't like to talk about their stories for a lot of reasons. Fear causes them pain, insecurity, things like that. And, and it's quite the opposite because as you start to talk and tell your story to somebody else or share your story or even listen to yourself talk about your story, as Alex said before, you get to know yourself better. You get to know yourself, you get to know the experience, and as the better that you detail that story, you start to notice a lot of things. You start to notice the way you reacted, the way you felt. And as you say these things, you begin to live the experience. And when you're specifically talking about painful events, you know what I mean? What you're doing is you're digging at that pain. So you're stimulating that pain while you're reliving it. And when you're doing that, you're actually able to heal from that pain. And it's crazy the way it works because the same way that you're healing at the same time, a person that's listening to that same message and receiving that experience at the same time is also being healed by that experience because they're reflecting and they're relating and they're feeling the same emotions as the person that's speaking about whatever experience. I can share with you experience. I can share with you times that I heard somebody talking about, something with their daughter, right? And how hurt he was that, he couldn't be with his daughter. He couldn't see his daughter, how hurt he was. And I remember listening to that. And as I'm listening to it and I'm listening to this person detail that story, I'm feeling that same pain that he was feeling, right? And I started crying. I was bawling, you know what I mean? Because I felt that same pain and I reflected with what the person was sharing. Like I could see myself in that person's shoes, maybe not in the same exact way as he was saying it. It wasn't the same scenario, but it was a very similar feeling that I felt, So it's important to be able to share, your experiences without any fear, number one, without any fear and with complete honesty, because that's the best way that people are able to heal from, as Never Done Thrifting said, these stories that are buried deep within. Yeah, you got to stimulate that pain.
Yeah. I want to give a special shout out to Jeffrey Castro right here. He says, exactly, if you've been living for 19 plus years, you definitely have a story to tell. Out of all those years of existence, you have a story. That's facts. What's up, Jeff? It's good to see you in the chat, bro. Come back every week, man. We're just chilling. And if you want to ever share your story, bro, reach out to me. You know where to hit me up. I'd love to have you on, tell your story, inspire other people. But yeah, dude, that fear. Without fear, you said it. And fear is something, I promise you, is something that just it's overwhelming so many people on a daily basis. The thing is that you're unconscious about it, and that's the idea of this. The idea of this is to build that consciousness, right? Because without the consciousness, you're just simply existing and repeating things without realizing it. So you're living a life that you actually don't want to live because you are not conscious. If you were conscious of your emotions and where they come from, if you were conscious of your actions and why you act on them, if you were conscious on your on your thoughts and why you think them, you wouldn't be repeating things that you do not want to repeat. Same thing as, why do you get angry? Oh, do you like being angry? No, I don't. Well, then why do you do it? Right? It's because the lack of consciousness. And I'm not saying I'm the most conscious person in the world. I'm not saying Oscar's the most conscious. I'm not saying we're like Buddha and we're under this tree and the cobra's coming and then the three with the demons and then, no. What I'm saying is it's a practice, right? It's a practice, and it takes that, and it's fear. Fear stops us from having that consciousness and being free enough to take actions that will get you to a place of, like Will Smith says, bliss, right? Like Will Smith says, God placed the most blissful things in life on the other side of fear. And if y'all haven't seen that video, I watched that thing. I've watched it at least 5-6 times. I've shared it 5-6 times, and every time I do, I have to rewatch it because he details this story about jumping out of an airplane, in such a way. But it wasn't the jumping out of the airplane; it was the fear and encountering the fear and how fear affects our lives when in reality nothing has happened yet. But it's controlling us. It's controlling our emotions. It's controlling our thoughts, and it's controlling our actions. Right? But right after you jump, you feel like you're flying. And all of a sudden, the point of maximum fear is the point of maximum bliss. Right? It's an amazing thing. Y'all need to watch it. Just look up Will Smith skydiving, and don't watch the one that's like really cool thumbnail with him falling. Like, watch the one that looks boring, because that's where he just tells a story. He's like on a talk show, and he stands up and he talks and he tells a story. The other one's like edited. It's cool, but it doesn't tell the story the same. So watch that one. That one's dope. Nikki says that she has an amazing story to my journey to finding me. Yo, I'd love to get you on here. We're thinking once a month or maybe more. We're still trying to figure it out, but for sure, I already have somebody lined up. We're going to have her on. She has an amazing story. I don't want to give too much details, but definitely stay tuned for it. It's a very, very courageous, empowering, amazing story. And it involves a lot of things, and it's really great. So she's going to be on. Nikki, we'd love to have you on. Anyone else in the chat. We want to do this because at the end of the day, we're not the only ones with experiences. Yes, we have experiences that have given us wisdom, and we can share that. But at the end of the day, this isn't about us. This is about everybody. What's up, Cody? Let's see what Cody says about. All right, being a hero doesn't mean not being afraid. It means being afraid and doing it anyway. Yes, that's what I say. I have a poem I wrote where I say a hero isn't someone who who's not afraid, or a hero isn't someone who's courageous. It's someone who can summon courage when they're the most afraid. Like that, I actually say that. I don't know where you got that from, but I thought it. I don't know. There's nothing you can think of and say that someone else hasn't said already. Like the Will Smith jumping out of a plane thing, mine was jumping in the pool. I used to say jump in the pool. That was my reference, but his story is so much better. Yeah, definitely hit me up, Nikki. Jen wants to come on. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. I want every single one of y'all to come on. What's up, Sue? Sue. You already know, Sue. You already know. Jennifer, did I say hi to you, Jennifer? Jennifer, what's up, Jennifer? I see Virginia's here. What's up, Virginia? Alex, see my message about the interview. Did Alex see my message about? No, I didn't. Did you put it here? Yeah, I'd love to have you on. Reach out to me, y'all. Message me. You know my messengers. Most of y'all, I talked to y'all on Messenger already. Hit me up on Instagram if that's where I know how to reach you out. Email. Best way is Messenger right now because I'm on that thing constantly. So hit me up and we'll set things up and we'll make it happen. Might even do a separate show. It might be a totally set. If I get that many people who want to share their story, because ultimately that's something I really want to do, is share other people's story. I want to listen to other people. And I want to give people opportunity to find that courage and humility to speak their story because that's what saved my life. So I might end up having to do another show if there's that many people interested in talking. Or we'll do like a pre-recorded thing and put a video out there. Going through the messages, guys, comments. Cody says, "You don't want me to come on your show, Alex. Poor Oscar would never get to talk." That's already the situation.
No, look, yeah, I'm gonna tell you that if I'm going to add, if I feel that I have value to add to the conversation, I will talk. Believe me, that I will talk.
Yo,
and
Darlene,
I'm pretty sure that anybody that any experience that somebody shares, I've probably either lived the experience or I've already heard that similar experience. And I'm able to listen without any type of judgment. And you know, that's another important thing when you're sharing is that people are actually able to listen, you know, and people, so it takes two, right? It takes one to be able to speak without fear, and it takes another one to listen without any prejuicio, any prejudgments.
Yeah.
Right. In order for there actually to be, you know, some type of alleviation from whatever experience is being shared. I mean, it doesn't even just have to be negative experiences about pain. It can be something fantastic.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Uplifting.
I don't want this to be like every experience is going to be one of painful, but you know, I think that the painful experiences are the ones where you really learn the most. Because when you speak about that painful experience and you're listening to it, as I said before, and you're actually reliving that moment and you're listening to yourself as you're saying, and then you have somebody that's also going to put in their 2 cents, you know, from an outside perspective. It takes a certain amount of humility for some people to be able to swallow the feedback, right?
Yeah.
Because you know, we've said it before. You know, it takes a real friend to tell you your truth, even if you don't want to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you 100% of the time. I'm gonna tell you what your truth is. You know what I mean? Some may accept this, some might not, but you know that's not for me. That's for the person that's speaking. That's for the person that's receiving the feedback. You know?
Yeah, you gave me some truth today.
I did in the car.
And I was like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Like, I appreciate that too.
You know, it's how it has to be, because a person that tells you what they think you want to hear and just that, you know what I mean? It's not really doing anything good for you. You know what I mean? Sometimes people need to be told what they need to be hear. Same thing applies to me. You know what I mean? If I'm out of line, I gotta be told. If I'm wrong, I gotta be told I'm wrong. You know what I mean? That's just the way that it should be. That's honesty. That's true friendship. You know what I mean?
Yo, Virginia, good luck on your interview on Thursday. I hope you get the job, and I hope they promote you instantly. All right. Whatever interview you're going to, I hope it goes really, really good. I wanted to address this because Darlene said, I wanted to write a book about my story than go to be a speaker about it. And then I'm gonna respond with this comment from Justin. What's up, Justin? Justin says, jumping in is the only way. Creeping slowly in is so painful and cold. Jump in the pool, darling. Look, there's things that we dream about, right? And I think it was Denzel Washington who said, a dream is just a dream without a goal, or something like that. Don't quote me on his quote, but that was the concept. You can write a book, especially nowadays. Nowadays, it's a lot easier to write a book. You actually don't even have to write a book yourself. You can actually pay someone to write the book for you, but you can actually write a book. And you can tell me all the excuses. I'm not speaking about you only because I want to write a book as well, and I'm talking about me. Like, I know for me, I haven't done it because I allow the excuses I tell myself to stop me from actually doing it, right? Or I tell myself I'll do it later, which is procrastination, which is a 5-syllable word for laziness. And laziness is another big thing that we all deal with on a daily basis. It's not just about physical movement. Laziness isn't about physical movement. It's how you go about things, right? Like, our society nowadays has become more and more lazy, right? Technology has made us more and more lazy. Like, before, you used to have to write a physical. I don't know about y'all, but I remember middle school. I remember elementary school. I remember having to write a little note to the girl I had the crush on, and write these nice, pretty, words and tell her everything I like about her. And then at the very end, I would have to write a little box that said, "Do you like me back? Yes or no?" And then I would have to physically summon the courage to go over there, give her the note, and then have the patience, or actually build the patience, because you didn't have no patience and you didn't have no courage. You had to summon the courage, and then you had to build that patience. You had to work on your patience because you were not patient. You were anxiously waiting for a response. And you have to wait for her to respond and read the note. Is she going to write you back? And then fear hits you, right? Is she going to write me back? Is she going to make fun of me? Is she going to tell her friends? Are they going to laugh? Does she like me back? Does she not? Fear, uncertainty, doubt, worry. That's fear. Fear is like this animal with a ton of legs. Saying it's got a bunch, not an octopus. It's got more legs than an octopus, right? And the head of fear, right? Fear is the legs. It's the body, and the top of that is what, Oscar?
The seafood that we're eating tonight.
No, it's not the seafood. It's pride, yo. You put you first. You think about you too much. Pride and ego, and then you got fear, and it's all over the place. But yeah, right? Back then, we used to have to go through hoops and hurdles just to communicate to somebody. Way before caller ID. Y'all remember caller ID on the little box? Way before that. Before you had caller ID, all right? You used to have to write people letters and then send it to them in the mail, wait for it to come back. Nowadays, I can literally reach people I do not know and make friends with them like this, right? I can tell 500 girls that I love them deeply and passionately, right? And I have a way better chance and a lot faster chance that one of those girls are going to check the box, yes, I like you back. Whereas before, I would have to only write one long letter, wait, give it to the one girl, hope that it works. If it doesn't, your heart's broken, you move on, right? What's happening?
Player.
No, I'm just using that as an example. I'm just saying, I personally, I'm not going to talk about my personal relationships right now. All right, y'all gonna make me blush and stuff.
I'm sorry, that was funny.
It is funny.
But The whole fear stems from your insecurities and not knowing. In this case, you don't know if the person is gonna say yes, no. So in that little letter, Alex could have been, fearful that she was gonna say no.
Talk about player. What's up, Harlan? 500. That sounds expensive. Yeah, but you got the money, Harlan. You got the money, bro, and you got the legs in them shorts. Hey, it's short. It's short weather now, everybody. Everybody out there wearing shorts. If you guys want to know how to wear your shorts, go holler at Harlan Reselling Adventures. He will show you the proper way of wearing shorts. What's up, Harlan? Dog, it's good to see you, man.
It was 105 degrees down here yesterday. Oh, I sent you the picture.
What picture?
105 degrees down here in Miami.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was 61 degrees when you sent me that picture.
Yeah, 61 degrees over there. Now here, 98 degrees in the shade. It's 49. See, that's nice.
That says if they all show up at your doorstep same time, you're screwed. Yeah, I know. That's why my focus is not on women.
If that were to happen, Alex would have to sneak out the back door.
Dude, I'm a grown man already. Like, I'm not even trying to have that kind of pressure in my life. Like, imagine having 10 girlfriends right now. Like, when I was little, they used to always tell me, they'll pinch my cheek or come up to me like my uncles or my uncle's friends, and they'll punch me in the shoulder and be like, "So how many girlfriends you got?" And I would tell them I got 3 or I got 5. I'm like 8 years old. That's what I was taught. I was taught that was a cool thing. But no, man, I'm 36, bro, about to be 37. Like, I'm trying to find, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to be settled down and be happy and build a life and experience new things and be, be in love, that kind of thing. Like, I want that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want a family. I want, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no player. Not no more. There was a time in my life where I was young and I was in all the video shoots and, I knew all the video girls and, you know what I'm saying? It was Miami, man. Miami life. I used to walk around with my shirt unbuttoned and my chest sticking out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was me back in the day. Wigga says, "Dang, Alex, I'm all awake now. Dang, coffee. Yeah, it's your fault. You drank the coffee, not me." Cooled off yesterday after some storms. 63 in Atlanta. Yo, Oscar, when you moving to Tennessee, dog?
Tennessee,
Georgia, Tennessee.
It's one of those two. I don't know. It's between a couple now. It's between Central North Florida after the scenic drive today, Georgia or Tennessee. But that's got to be after 5 years because we just remodeled this whole house and I got to enjoy it at least for 5 years after having to deal with how many months now? Since last October.
They said it'd be done by Halloween and it's not Halloween yet.
Yeah, it's not, right? But I was saying Halloween last year.
Yeah. Yo, Ella, go to bed, Ella. I got to do that. That's my coach and her daughter. I need to tell her to go to bed. She misbehaves all the time. It's Alex's fault, she says. Everybody's calling me young. I know I'm young. You're only as young as you feel, right? Or you're as old as you feel. You know what I'm saying? I feel young, especially nowadays. Nowadays, every single night, I feel revitalized. Y'all don't even know. I feel so good every single night. I feel like the best version of me every single night, and it's amazing. It's amazing. So we're getting to the end of the show. All right. So I want to go back and reiterate whatever y'all got out of the show. I hope y'all got something good. Right. I hope y'all listened with an open mind, with an open heart. I hope that y'all had a good time. Y'all, caught something from this. And I hope that y'all find it in your heart to share. So maybe we can get more and more people. Because unlike before I never really cared too much. I cared, but it was I didn't put the action towards it because it wasn't such a big deal to me. But I really do want to grow this. I do want to spread this. I have a message, Oscar has a message, and you have a message. And we want to spread this. So find it in your heart. Please share this on your social medias. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell the mailman when they come over and drop the mail. Hey, you should check out this show. These people are pretty cool. They talk about these things. You know what I'm saying? So we'll really appreciate that. And come back next week, every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. You already know. Bad Boys Live. And yeah. Oscar, you got anything coming up?
Wednesday, another reselling show. It'll be at 10 p.m. And I think it's going to be on my channel. I don't remember.
There you go. So definitely subscribe to Oscar and show him some love. And go check out that reselling show, especially if you want to learn about reselling. This is, how our entrepreneurship really started to blossom, right? Our entrepreneurial tendencies really blossomed. Now we're not resellers. Honestly, we sell stuff online, but we do so much more. So for me, I am a health coach. For those who don't know, if you know anybody that wants to get healthy, and tell them to just follow me. Don't even tell them, oh, go get healthy or nothing like that. Just tell them, hey, go check out this guy. This guy's pretty cool. Like tell them the truth. Hey, this guy's pretty cool. He's lost almost 100 pounds. And
pop up Boatman's comment, because that one stuck with me.
If you can be anything, be kind. I love that. Yeah, so definitely, if you can be anything, be kind. So be kind to each other, all right? Be kind to someone, especially a total stranger, because that's gonna really affect them, and it's gonna radiate, and they're gonna end up being kind to other people. But yeah, if you know anybody that wants to get healthy and stuff, tell them to holler at me. Tell them to watch me. Just tell them to watch me. I'm being extremely active on social media. If y'all haven't been following me, follow me, because I'm being extremely active every single day posting. All right? Post. And I speak from here, from the heart. All right? So definitely do that. And don't forget, all right? You can be bad and you can still be good. So be good or be good at it. Till next time, peace, money, love.
Dogecoin.
What you gonna do? Yeah. What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?